Hey guys, today we have a bit of a different video where I show you proof that I sold a painting for 24,000 USD. And I should have known that, but some people of course don't believe me that this happened, which I would already challenge you. This probably reflects the belief level you have of what's possible as an artist. But in this video I want to show you proof that I sold a painting for 24,000. So I will go on my computer right now and show you the proof. So if you're here on my computer. So this is the first screenshot. I just, draw out the name so nobody reaches out to her just for security reasons. But here, oh yes, the Chinese fan. So now I know what you mean. So she just couldn't forget the painting that I showed her. So she kept seeing the painting everywhere. And later on I will show you the painting. I said this one is 20,000 euros, which was exactly $24,000 back then. And then she said, and packaging, postage extra? I said, no, I would include that for you. Because of course it's like, for 20,000, I'm happy to include that. She sent a heart. Then the next day I followed up and said, what do you think? Then she said, I need to check my German bank account and give 90-day notice to withdraw funds. Can you hold the price until then, or do you require a deposit? And then I said, it depends on how long do you need to have to check your bank. And then she said, I can look tomorrow as I'm in town all day today. I will have to telephone the bank to give 90 days notice to withdraw the funds from my savings account. Okay, awesome. What do you mean by the 90 days notice exactly? I wasn't sure like what she meant. Does she need 90-day time? I wasn't sure how that works. I want to withdraw money, then they tell me 3 months from now they will transfer money from my savings account to my current account, at which time I can make the transfer to you. Now, okay, maybe let's talk about that on the phone. I'm not sure if I understand it totally. Yeah. So I also wanted to talk with her on the phone because, of course, I want a commitment. I want to know if she is serious. And at that point, I wasn't 100% sure if she's serious, right? Then, good morning, Oliver. What time is convenient? I have to go into town this morning and have a friend calling in at 3 p.m. for an hour. Then I gave her a time to talk, and perfect, talk soon. Hey, Dennis, let me know when you're ready. Okay? And then I said, here, now, just plugging my earphones in. Okay, I'm in a coffee shop. We need to see if it's good for you. It was not easy to find a warm and quiet coffee shop. And she said, at least they're open in Germany, they are closed. Oh, yes, true. Okay, I'll call you. So I called her. You see, the video call ended. Great talking to you, Dennis. Congratulations again for this beautiful work. Here's the invoice for the 5,000 euro payment with the credit card. So we basically talked and agreed that she pays 5,000 as a down payment because I wanted a commitment. I wanted to know if she's really serious. And she did the down payment, right? And then I knew, okay, this is happening. And I must confess, that was the highest price I ever charged. I went from 6,000 as the most expensive painting I sold, which was basically the same month, by the way. So that was my first 30,000 USD month, which was incredible. I'm from Switzerland, so I calculate actually in Swiss francs. In Swiss francs, it was like 28,000 Swiss francs. So, but in USD, it was 30,000 USD. And here you see, what is your address? I'll put your address on the invoice as well. I sent her the invoice. I cut that out, of course, so you cannot see her address. And I said, perfect, thank you, invoice, blah, blah, blah. Just send her the invoice, PDF and screenshot from everything, from the deposit. And guys, just think of that. I got a deposit for 5,000. That's more than what most artists charge. So I have to say, this was a pretty big day for me and I was very, very excited. And then we kept going on. Hello, Oliver, I've been unsuccessful in making the large transfer, la la la, but I think Switzerland is not in the EU financially, is this correct? Blah, blah, blah. Which would mean 15 working days of 1,000 per day. And I said, that's interesting, blah, blah, blah. What do you mean by 15 working days of 1,000 per day? And then she said, my limit to transfer is 1,000 per day. However, I tried to transfer 15,000 to my Spanish account and I got the same message. So I'm going to try ringing the bank in Germany. Basically, what ended happening is that she sent 1,000 for 15 days to send the rest of the 15,000 euros per day. So every single day, because that was the maximum. And then I have some more screenshots where we went back and forth a bit. And she said, like, I've transferred 1,000 to your account today. I will do the same each day until I've paid 15,000. And so we kept going with this, and I said I received the 1,000, and then she said, always confirming like, so I should be able to transfer the remaining 13,000 tomorrow. We'll let you know. And so it kept going like this, and we just went back and forth. And I've checked and received the 5,000 from your credit card plus 15 times 1,000 euros, which is 20,000 euros. So that's it. And yeah, that was it. So she bought the painting for 20,000 euros, which again is 24,000 USD back then, at least, right? That's from 2020. So the currency changed right now, but back then the euros was very strong. And here you see the painting arrived. I packed it very, very professionally, and I think I spent like 2,000 for packing this, right? I got a company to do it and to ship it, which I wouldn't do today, but I mean, considering that this painting was 24,000 USD, I was happy to do that. She was really happy that it arrived. She unpacked it, and that's the back of the painting. You know, I put my signature, abundance, because it was an abundance painting, and there is actually an interview that I have with her, so I want to get into this interview as well. And here you see the painting. She sent me the photos, and she bought some more paintings. I also wanted to show you this. She's an amazing customer. She bought new paintings again and again, and just here, this was this year in January, she said she has 5,000 euros to pay for some paintings, and I gave her, because she's such a great customer, 2 paintings for that price. So she spent quite a lot of money for my art. And now let's go into the interview. This was the painting that she bought in the background. That's her, my favorite customer, my favorite collector.
And we are going to discuss how Dennis chose the merging with abundance painting. Hi everyone, this is Oliver, and today I have Dennis from Spain, and we are going to discuss how Dennis chose the merging with abundance painting for her art collection. But before I'm getting...
I had a very different style back then. It was 2020. It was an amazing time. And we actually made the interview in 2021.
Ahead of myself, Dennis, why don't you introduce yourself quickly and your interest in art?
Hello everyone. I'm Denise, yes, as Oliver says, I live in Spain. I'm originally from England, but I chose Spain for my home. I got interested in art, I suppose, from very young, doodling around. My father used to draw and paint. Nothing professional. Well, he did do some drawings for his work, but technical drawings. And my maternal grandmother, she took up doing art when...
And when you go back, you said you basically got introduced in art a bit from your family, but never really, like you were never really consciously interested. It was more something that was present in your family.
Yes, it's not something I ever thought of seriously doing as a profession.
Yeah, so we just go back and forth a little bit. You know, she shares her interests. I just ask you some questions. By the way, that's a great strategy to build even a further connection with your art collectors. Everybody likes talking about themselves, right? So I interviewed basically normal people, because these are not famous people, these are my customers, and most of these people, they felt so grateful and honored to be on an interview, and I got to know them better and better through asking them these questions.
I want to ask you, like, more specifically, did you, like, what was the reason? Like, was it an emotional thing for you to buy the artwork, or was it any other reasons, like maybe as a store of wealth, for example, because art is also an investment? So what was it for you?
An investment, yes. Apart from the fact that, yes, I made a connection with it. I felt an emotional connection with it. But it had not occurred to me to buy it. And I had no idea what the price was either. But you suggested to me that I should buy it. I thought, well, shall I? And I asked the universe, and it said, yes, it's for you. It's part of your plan for the future, as written in my book, to have nice things and own nice things. And I thought, yes, I'm worth it.
Beautiful.
You want abundance, and abundance is the name, and you made a connection before you knew the name of it. So there's got to be something there, and I'm happy. I'm very happy.
Beautiful. Yeah, this is...
You see, guys, she literally bought it because she was emotionally connected to the piece. She didn't know the name, she didn't know the price, anything. Right? So that's why she asked me per text. We talked, as I said, we talked on a Zoom call. We connected because we're in the same group, Lifebook. And I connected to many amazing people there. And I asked her if she would want to own this piece. And she was kind of surprised by the question because she never thought about owning an artwork. She had no idea. And after I asked her that, she probably reflected on it, and she started seeing this artwork everywhere. She couldn't forget about the artwork. She felt an emotional connection to it, and it was in her vision to own beautiful things and to be in an abundant state. And this painting was called Merging with Abundance. And I created this whole abundance series, which was actually one of my favorite series that I ever did. And funny-wise, I felt like I'm creating abundance with my art, literally. Like, these are golden paintings, and I didn't use real gold, by the way. I just used a very beautiful gold color. And she just felt so connected to it, and that's why she bought it. People that buy art, they have an emotional connection to it. right? Yes, of course, investment can be considered, but most, I would say 99% of collectors, they buy it because they have an emotional connection to that art piece and they just want to have it. You know, there are people that have money and they want to own nice things, and your art is included in that. You have to believe in that. So I hope that this video inspires you and it gives you enough proof. If I can, I will put the link down below of this interview if you want to watch the whole interview. But I really, really, really hope that this video right now inspires you to think bigger, to dream bigger as an artist. And I also hope that for the naysayers, for the ones that are not believing me, for thinking it's a scam, that this is enough proof to show you that I literally did that. I know what I'm talking about. I did this stuff. I lived it. I'm doing it still today. This stuff works and it's not that complicated. You can sell your art for lots of money. I've done it. I know it. And I know how hard it is when you are on the other side and you're doubting yourself, you're struggling, you don't see a way out, you don't see how possibly can you find people that have the money, right? That's another question. Where do I find the people that have the money? They are everywhere, literally everywhere. People with money are everywhere. But if you keep thinking like, where are they? Can I find them? And feel kind of that you don't have any connection to them, that they're superior of you, or whatever limiting beliefs you have, you're never going to be able to find them and talk to them. I, first of all, didn't know that she has money. I was just making it my mission to connect to lots of people and share my art and ask people if they want one of my artworks. That's it. Simplified, of course. But yeah, I hope that inspires you. And then back to the coaching question. Yes, I'm coaching artists because I struggled. I was struggling. I was so desperate. I wanted to make it happen. And I've done so much. I succeeded. I made a lot of money from my art. And now I'm so passionate about helping other artists. And I think there's nothing wrong. I think there's nothing wrong with helping other artists. And yes, I have a course with my business partner, Maria Brophy. It's $79 right now. I mean, this is so little. You can make thousands from your art by joining this community. I don't know why anything would be wrong with that. And if somebody feels bad about me charging for my coaching, it might reflect your limiting beliefs around money. I feel good every single time I see a beautiful car on the street, the Porsche, a beautiful BMW, whatever it is. I feel good. I'm like, wow, beautiful. I feel abundant. If you look at these things, if you look at people that charge a lot of money, that sell art for a lot of money, that charge for their coaching, or rich people, beautiful cars, and you feel bad, it's just a reflection of your current money beliefs. And it's going to be very, very hard to make a lot of money from your art, from anything actually, if you think negatively about other people making money. And by the way, you don't need to join my school community. You don't have to. I will upload so many videos and I want to give you so much value on this YouTube channel completely for free. So if you don't want to spend any money for coaching, no problem. Stay with me here on this channel, get inspired, use everything that I'm teaching you for free on this channel and make something happen. This is my wish for you. It's my passion, it's my mission now to help other artists. I always wanted to be a coach. Actually, that was one of my first passions because I had my first coach when I was 18. He changed my life. Then when I was 20, I had another mentor and she completely changed my life. I became a different person because of her. Then I had a coach when I wanted to sell art and make money and he changed my life. Coaching helps. People help me so many times and I'm so grateful for all the coaches that we have that can help us to get to the next level. And I wanted to be a coach too because these coaches changed my life. And now I feel like I'm at the place where I really have something valuable to share because I went through the same path and I got the results. That's why I'm doing it. So if you don't want to sign up to a course, that's completely fine. Subscribe to this channel. I will drop more nuggets of wisdom, more strategies, more inspiration of how you can sell your art. I hope this is helpful and I see you in the next video. Talk soon.